Trustee Wells, Mayor Hooker,
Here.
Attorney Carlos, and Clerk McDonald is here.
All right, we have a quorum. If you would all rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was really Harold Day. He was a semi.
All right, first item on the agenda tonight is public comment for any agenda items. If there's anyone who wishes to address the board regarding any of the agenda items, now is the time. All we ask is that you'd come to the podium, speak into the microphone, give us your name, and state your case.
Hello, my name is Chris Morgan, and I reside on Fairbanks and Gish Road in Beach Park. I'm here today to express my concern regarding the lack of response to the poor planning and the lack of support from the Village of Beach Park regarding the traffic going through my neighborhood. From the beginning, there was a lack of foreplanning and redirecting traffic from Sheridan Road into the streets of my neighborhood. There were no signs diverting non-residential traffic from Sheridan Road to Talmadge, Gish, Liberty, North Avenue, and eventually Wadsworth Avenue. There were no signs redirecting people that did not reside in the neighborhood to drive through the neighborhood. On the very first day, I observed Pace Bus 571 turning from Wadsworth into the neighborhood. I know there's no bus stops in the neighborhood, and I question why the bus was there, and I question why Pace Bus was not notified that they should not be going through the neighborhood. I question again why there was no proper foreplanning. Residents expressed concern with the speeding and running stop signs throughout the neighborhood. I believe a car ended up in the ditch near Talmadge and North Avenue. It was mentioned that a sign was put up to have people adhere to the speed limit on Talmadge. However, that sign was broke and was never replaced with a lighted warning to adhere to the speed limit. There was also a lighted sign to adhere to the speed near OLH grade school. It appeared to help some. However, since the school was let out for the summer, the sign has been removed. Does that mean people get to resume speeding in that area? I expressed my concern at the very beginning that the speed limit through our neighborhood is 30 miles per hour. That wasn't an issue when we did not have so much traffic going through our streets. Someone on Facebook posted they counted the traffic on Talmadge, and she stated, quote, this is her, there were 5 to 15 cars per minute. That is 300 to 900 cars an hour, and that is not local only, unquote. That appears to me too much traffic in a neighborhood to justify a 30-mile-per-hour zone. I've asked if it could be reduced to construction zone speed. I've not heard a response to my suggestion of reducing the speed zone while there is construction going on and the traffic that is supposed to be diverted is not being diverted. However, I will tell you, I'm going to give credit and praise to my fellow neighbors because there are a lot of us going below the speed limit, hoping and helping to help protect our neighbors in the neighborhood. Eventually, signs were placed where it said no, road closed, local traffic only. However, the damage was already done. The signs did not discourage drivers from using the shortcut to get from Zion, Waukegan, and Waukegan to Zion. Drivers continue to drive that route. Someone on Facebook stated the signs were not going to stop them from using that passage going through their neighborhood, even though they did not live there. There was someone who stated that there's no legal basis for stopping people from using that passage as it is a public road. If that was the case, what is the purpose for the signs? However, someone else mentioned that there are legal grounds to ticket people that are improperly using the roads if they are not a local resident. If that is the case, can we get enforcement to have people comply with the law? I'll just shortly say there was concern that maybe there were local people also speeding. I don't really care who's speeding. I just need them to slow down. It's just going crazy. The village then provided green stickers indicating resident. What was the purpose of that sticker? If it was to deter non-residents from using the roads to cut through the neighborhood, it didn't work. The question becomes, how can the stickers work if there's no accountability or enforcement of the resident sticker? A neighbor of mine went to the village hall to express the way that the police could conduct surveillance. He's a retired police officer, so I kind of felt he had some knowledge in this. However, again, no support from the village for his suggestion. Our streets are zoned for residential traffic, which I thought, however expressed previously, Pace Bus went through the neighborhood. The other day, I observed a semi-truck going through the neighborhood with the assistance of the Lake County Sheriff. From what I observed, there was issues or concerns with the semi hitting the electrical lines that cross the street. Was this a planned trip, or did the semi take a shortcut? If it was a shortcut, was the semi cited for entering a residential neighborhood illegally? People are frustrated. Again, the other day, I observed a woman who pulled over, yelling at the person behind them to pass them. The woman told me that the person behind her was tailgating her and she was afraid of an accident. I think also I got a neighbor that stated she went to the village and said someone threatened her, that they had a gun. As a neighbor was stopped at Wadsworth and North Avenue, and she wasn't moving fast enough for the person behind them. I've got people stopping me and asking me for directions out of the neighborhood. I'm frustrated because they shouldn't be there to begin with. I live near Liberty and Gish. When people turn the corner from Liberty onto Gish, they start speeding up. Every day I take my dog out to do his business. And I worry each time if they're going to hit someone who's going, or I worry each time if I will get hit if someone is going to slide and take the corner too tight or too loose or not be able to control their car. I worry about the children in the neighborhood who play, because kids are going to be kids. During the school year, a student jokingly threw a ball onto Liberty from OLH. Funny to him, but not funny to the drivers, but not funny to him, but not the drivers that are speeding or not speeding. At least if you're not speeding, there is a better chance of responding to childish pranks. Someone on Facebook also posted, quote, "There are so many commercial trailer trucks, trucks passing cars, motorcycles with loud music, running stop signs, drag racing. We are residents that can't ride bikes, walk for exercise, back out of our driveways, slow down to enter our driveways, or have our windows open. The noise level at times is totally unacceptable. What are our rights as citizens of Beach Park? What are the officials of Beach Park doing for us?" Unquote. Please, if someone gets hit, I'm asking someone to notify someone in an attempt to just so that they know that I'm expressing this to the board and I'm asking for support to do something about this. Lastly, since Sheridan Road has been closed and since the onslaught of traffic throughout can I please, I got 2 more minutes, or not even 2.
We do have a 5-minute limit for speaking. If you'd like to submit the rest of that, we can make copies and distribute it to the rest of the board so that we have all of your words and make sure that we've got it recorded. But we do have a policy of 5 minutes.
I didn't know I was limited, but can I please pass? I only have 1 more paragraph.
One more paragraph?
Yeah.
If you have one more paragraph, I'll let you finish, but
Thank you.
otherwise I'll just ask for you to submit it in writing.
Lastly, garbage. Since Sheridan Road has been closed and since the onslaught of traffic throughout the neighborhood, there's been more garbage thrown out of people's cars than ever before. On Facebook, someone posted the items she found in her yard. It was several alcoholic bottles. Every day I'm picking up garbage. I called the village asking for assistance, some support from the village to help with the garbage throughout our yards. The reply was they expected the residents to pick up the garbage. I did see an elderly neighbor of mine. He appeared to be, I'll be honest, about 80 years old, and he was out there picking up the garbage. He says he works for a civic organization. He says they do about 4 times a year, and it's never been as bad as ever.
Okay.
There's lots of other stories. I'm just asking for some help, some support, and some enforcement on how to reduce the speed of the
Yep.
people and protection of
Okay.
our community.
Well, if you stay to the end of the meeting, I'd like to address a couple of those things with you directly, just one-on-one, because I can maybe fill in some of the gaps for you. But thank you for your comments tonight. Anyone else wish to address the board regarding agenda items? Okay, there will be another opportunity at the end of the agenda for any and all comments on any and all topics. We will then move on to our consent agenda, which tonight includes the following items: approval of the village board meeting minutes from May 23rd, and bills presented for payment in the amount of $350,944.58. Is there anything the board would have us consider separately? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
I'll second that.
Motion by Siddick, second by Jensen. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Miller? Abstain. Trustee Siddick?
Aye.
Trustee Wells?
Aye.
And Mayor Hooker?
All right, motion carries. Next up, we have the mayor's report. We have two items, two appointments to be made tonight. We have a vacancy in the Plan Commission as our Plan Commission Chairman, Jane Ochoa, has chosen to resign. And so that left a vacancy at the chairman level and then another vacancy for the membership in general of the Planning Commission. So first appointment I would ask the board to confirm tonight is the appointment of James Hollingshead as the chairman of the Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals. James has been on the Plan Commission since.
I really don't know.
It's got to be 15 years. Yeah, forever. So I would just ask for a motion to approve Jim's appointment as chairman.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Miller, second by Johnson. Discussion? All right, hearing none. Ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick. Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations and thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Second up, because we don't have enough people named Jeff on the Plan Commission yet, I'd like to appoint the third person named Jeff.
Oh, no, really?
Yes. This one's Jeff Roberts. We're going to have to start using last names, I'm afraid. Jeff has been participating with the village in the TIF District Joint Review Board as a public member, and he's been doing that again for at least a dozen years. I've interviewed him. He has a great head on his shoulders, and he's very interested in the goings on in the village, and think that he'll be a great addition to our Plan Commission as well. So again, I'd ask the board for the board's confirmation for a motion to appoint.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Again, any discussion?
Apparently he also has a lot of spare time if he comes in.
Well, not all of them. Just the Joint Review Board. But all right. Well, motion in second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to reports of trustees. First up, we got Finance Committee. Trustee
Mayor,
Johnson.
I'm disappointed to report that for lack of agenda, we will not have a June Finance Committee meeting. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of disappointed folks out there, but that concludes my report.
Okay. Well, all the heavy lifting's done for.
We ground through it.
Yep. All right. Next up, Planning, Building, Zoning Committee. Trustee Wells.
Thank you. I have no report.
All right, sir. Thank you. Trustee Miller, Planning, Public Relations and Government Committee.
Just to let everybody know, in case you don't already, the pickleball court is done at Founders Park. Looks gorgeous. It's, the colors are vibrant and the what is the base? Is it some kind of heavy plastic? Yeah. It's striped beautifully, and I was over there last night. Nobody was using it. Maybe they don't know what they're supposed to do with it yet. I wondered if we could put up some kind of little signage or something. Oh, good. Okay, yeah, it looks great. It's a big change for the park, and
I don't believe we had a rough last night. What we did was we had such great pickleball
because they're a little bit lower than tennis nets. Is that correct? Yeah. 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 So thanks to everybody who was involved in that. I think it's a nice addition to our recreational options at the park. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Next up, Public Safety Committee. Tracy Siddick.
Thank you. I just had a quick question. Telecommunications in the county, reaching out to the county board, looking for IGAs. Have they reached out to the village yet to
We haven't
jump
heard.
on board with that? I'm not sure if they've reached out to the fire department or not yet. I don't know if the sheriff's department has any information on that.
Well,
Mm-hmm. So far, no. Okay, and the other question I had, the new system, because I know I haven't gotten any, CAD reports or anything. How's the new system? Is it up and running yet?
It is up and running. So we initially, you're asking all the dispatches would be consolidated in the county, that kind of went through. But
Right.
it's not happening anymore. The fiscal system hasn't been going live, it's been going live for a while.
Okay, because, in the previous system, staff was getting the information that was shared with public safety and the rest of the board members. And I have not seen a CAD report or anything.
Were you doing that from the non-union?
No, we were,
No, from the
that
sheriff's
was,
department under our contract.
yeah, coming right out of the CAD system. We had a discussion, Linda, with our liaison about that, and quote unquote, they're still working on it. Everything new takes longer or twice as long. It's supposed to be better, but who knows? So we're,
Okay. I miss seeing that because that really just kept me in the loop on different things in different areas of the village to see what needed to be worked on and things like that. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Did you have anything to report? Anything in Beach Park going on for the residents? Do you have anything?
Well, to kind of address the traffic situation, obviously we have, and I'm not sure if you mentioned that we have traffic so far that people out there at points. Particularly this summer with EV being that far and having apartments here, a lot of calls on domestics. Just like an example today, we just started off with a domestic that happened on Green Bay Road in the beach, and somebody shot firearm in the vehicle. We kind of on that, investigating. So it's yeah, it's definitely getting more hectic, but obviously we're very aware of the traffic situation here. You know, that's everything that's going on top of our report, our arrest.
Okay. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. And the fire department have anything? Okay, yep, that's good to know. Good news. Thank you. And I don't know, do we have on our website or anything yet about the 211 resource center? For
Yeah,
the phone?
I thought we had that out there when they first announced it, right? 211 public services.
There's something on there. I don't remember the specific
All right,
references. I'm sorry.
That's a huge thing.
Double
Variety
check
of
that.
services,
Mhm.
everything's kept confidential. I mean, there's just lots of information to be had there to help, whoever needs something, you just never know.
Okay.
So other than that, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, I have a question for public safety. Have you heard anything about that social club on Sheridan Road? What's going on with the last I remember hearing about it, there was a terrible incident.
Yeah,
couple
that's
months
the last I heard, but because I'm not getting the CAD reports, I don't know what the sheriff's department is doing over there. I don't know, especially the American Inn. I have no idea what's going on at my favorite
Yeah,
place.
there's a real problem there right now. We had them, at least the afternoon, that luckily we haven't been getting called out there, so that so that's from the afternoon.
Mhm.
Other than that,
But it's quiet at the moment, is what I'm hearing you say.
thankfully, yeah.
We don't say that word.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. We've already had, we've had it here. Yeah, so-
Yeah.
Okay, and the American Inn, things quiet over there or things real steamy as usual?
Where, social club?
No, the American Inn.
The American Inn, I just, I have time to, go around that area, there's a lot more cars that are there now, a lot of people moving in, so far, we haven't been getting as many calls as well, but there's people that are going, well, matter of time. Lovely right now.
I
May
have-
the force be with
I
you.
have one also. Linda, while you're on the topic, last weekend my windows were rattled. I don't know about everybody else by an explosion that was reported to be down east of Sheridan Road. Is there any news on that? Is that
So we're technically working on that. I think the evidence technician, side of it, it isn't completely, it looks like it was possibly the affiliation was something out of rage between one person and the other.
it was a pretty good explosion. I'm a quarter mile away, and
It was, yeah, so it looks like it was in a Amazon, in a plastic Amazon package. Somebody, pulling the explosive, threw it next to the car and it, obviously exploded. We had the ATF go out there. They tested out the recipe from that explosion, but it was explosive, so it wasn't a hazard during that time. Process the scene, where we took it to the crime lab. We actually had a sticker with a tracking number on it. So we're working on that to see if we can, track down to the actual offender was for that. So far, we got that with the guys that heavy using that. Whenever I can go out there,
it's always something.
At some point, I'm sure you'll have that person on the wall of shame, right?
Also, there's another person that was also
No.
wrong. So,
And on it goes.
All right, yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
You betcha. Anything on behalf of Public Works? Nothing?
We didn't have a meeting.
Okay. Moving on, the TIF committee report, we have the need to spend some TIF funds. We have a resolution tonight approving intergovernmental agreement with the state of Illinois and Village Beach Park, apportioning funds for the Sheridan Road bike path and sidewalk improvements. This is a beginning step. It's a $526,000 design engineering portion of the project, which our share of would be $84,166. These are initial funds are coming through ITEP, and then there will be other parts, construction related, land acquisition, whatever funding out of another pool of money. So this one tonight is just to, this is a two-parter. First is the resolution for IDOT, and second then is the approval of the agreement with Baxter and Woodman. So first up on the IDOT agreement, do we have a motion to that end?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Miller, second by trustee Jensen. Any discussion?
I just have a quick question on the map on the last page of that item. This has been percolating for so long, I've lost the bubble on it. There are two sections that are omitted, one of them at the north end and one wire to Chrissy. I assume that's where we already have, with the south one where we already have the path that the village installed, the north one where will be installed subsequent to the Talmadge, or the
Bull Creek.
Bull Creek.
Yep.
Monstrosity there. Okay, thank you.
Yes, that is correct. We're not going to put a sidewalk next to a sidewalk. Or tear out a perfectly good sidewalk to put another sidewalk.
Well, that wouldn't.
I
surprise
realize
you.
it's not that surprising, but yeah. Any other discussion?
Just a quick comment. I'm very glad to see this finally coming forward. This is something that we've been working on for a while, but I do think that this is an area that's going to help the safety aspect of the
Yep.
Head in the right direction.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Okay. Then I'll have the clerk call roll.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Sidik.
Motion carries. Next, we have the aforementioned resolution approving engineering services between Baxter Woodman and the, with Baxter Woodman for the Sheridan Road bike path and sidewalk improvements. Again, this is funded through the ITEP grant, and our portion of that is $84,166. So with that said, do we have a motion for that resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Miller, second by Jensen. Discussion.
I was just kind of surprised that the budget impact and the budget notes are exactly the same.
It's because we're appropriating the money in one, and then it's for this contract. So that's
Okay.
why it's the same.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly. Other discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen,
Aye.
trustee Miller,
Aye.
trustee Stiddick,
Aye.
trustee Wells.
Motion carries. All right, we have nothing under staff reports. Anything excitement?
Nothing
Okay.
additional, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. And then we have two items that we tabled at a previous meeting that we need to remove from the table. So if we have a motion to that effect, it would be items 7A and B.
Don't move.
Second.
I keep looking this way because you guys keep doing
This is this side of the table.
Hey, well, Richard, it's Richard's
I'm
fault.
filling in for him tonight.
All right, we have a motion to untable items 7A and B. And a second, is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Miller,
Aye.
trustee Stiddick,
Aye.
trustee Wells,
Aye.
trustee Jensen.
Aye.
All right, this is, item 7A is an ordinance directing, or declaring surplus real estate and authorizing the disposal and sale of that real estate. This is for a lot that is currently owned by the village at 37965 North Cornell. It was acquired through the Lake County Green Book process, and as it was lost by the previous owner to back taxes. The village has received interest in purchase, so first step is declaring it surplus. And then the second step will be actually approving the sale. Do we have a motion for 7A?
Don't move.
Second.
Motion by Miller, second by Jensen. Discussion. All right, no questions on that? Roll call, please.
Trustee Stiddick,
Aye.
trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Are we 4 or 5 on this?
4 is enough, but I'll vote.
Okay,
Aye.
okay.
Hey,
Or would be enough for the
Or is it-
declaration of surplus.
it's one of the few times a mayor can. Anyway, all right, moving on to the next one, item 7B. This is a resolution approving the sale of
That
surplus.
one you absolutely get to vote on.
I do get to vote on this one because it's a
Okay.
sale or purchase of real estate. We had, what was the process we went through? I'm not going to try to pump it.
Really, it was just a bid process. We were solicited by the neighbor that wanted to purchase it, but before that, we had to publish it for bid. So we published it in the newspaper for bid, and we only received that one. That was included in the packet for the neighbor that wanted to buy it originally. So it meets all the requirements as far as the amounts and appraisals and things of that nature. So.
All right. The agreed upon price from Francesco and Giselle Ballesteros in the amount of $2,101 is what we're talking about tonight. So if we have any further issues, we need a motion.
Don't move.
A second.
And second.
I know. My neck's getting sore looking this way. Any discussion on the sale of property? There being none, I would ask the clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Stiddick.
Aye.
And Mayor Hooker.
Aye. All right. Got that one done. We have no new business. Is there anything that any new business? No. Okay. Hearing none. Now it's time for citizens wishing to address the board about any and all topics. Reminder for those that haven't been here before, this is a 5-minute time limit, and we just ask that you come to the podium and state your name and your case. Going once, going twice. All right. We have no cause tonight for an executive session, and thus no after executive session action.
Well, Mayor, in that case, I'd like to offer a motion to adjourn, but there's a couple things I'd like to address, if I might.
Sure.
I could have done this as a citizen, I suppose, 2 items earlier. The status I've been reading of, we had some issues with our planning and zoning hearings with respect to that senior housing. I've seen a lot of buzz on on social media about that. Do we have a status on that from?
It was approved at the Plan Commission at the last meeting, and it is coming to the board at the next board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. That was question one. And well, the other one was just to address the traffic in my neighborhood. I live also on Gish Avenue, and this morning on the way to work, I was passed by two vehicles when I was going 20 miles an hour on Talmadge. I have seen police activity. I've seen some enforcement activity in that neighborhood. Thank you, gentlemen. And I know you can't be there all the time. You're chasing bottle bombs or whatever else, unfortunately. But it is heartening to see that. I almost was late for this meeting tonight. I left early and I couldn't get out of the intersection at North and Wadsworth. Is a disaster in the evening to turn westbound, especially. And it's hazardous. You got this time of the year, the sun's right down the road and you can't see and you're trying to sneak out of there without getting clobbered. It's dangerous. And for those that haven't been here before, this board's been working against this problem for years. When we first heard about this, we started objecting to the plan and asking IDOT to come up with an alternative to full closure of Sheridan Road, and they declined. And we're left holding the bag, and not for lack of concern or planning. Again, I live in that neighborhood. My daughter lives in that neighborhood as well. She lives at Liberty, and we deal with this every day. And you have all my sympathy, but there's nothing that it's out of our hands. The state is just driving this bus right now. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And that was a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, motion to adjourn and a speech.
And a speech. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all.
I have no problem. Nobody's not getting paid.